well as planned. It wasn't smooth, and so it put them behind. Well,
yes,
and that put them behind to start with. And so Joe Paul, too, in his excitement, no, he may have gotten out a bit too sooner than expected. And with that said, no, he was out of the exchange zone by the time he got the baton from the Fuseni, who was giving the baton to him. So with those two violations, no, they have to disqualify the team, and that's just the bottom line to it. So I mean, there's.
And but you say we not I'm focus on Abraham qualify for this Olympics, no. Azamati to last. And that's to third. I'm so to third or so. But I say na name no. And Azamati equal 2 second no.
Well, I know it's down to a coach's decision. I mean, it's similar to football where sometimes too, based on the team, national coach let me change player any position. So you go and play that, do that. So I must say. So based on what we go through a camp now, that's the coach's decision. Say coach is not sure I didn't it's okay. As I'm go to second because most of the time, no, as I'm second, no two. The last Olympic Games, you call World Championships. Everyone I no. Second as a T2. That's normally his position or normally no two. I just say you call Bahamas for qualification no go to based on the athletes they had at the time we are suggesting he has to run the third leg. So that's the coach's decision that we all have to respect. I mean, and there's a coach's decision go to third leg but normally as a Martin second leg no two.
Okay. Okay, that's the power for this qualification because now Nipple Ghana for a bomb so boss and a anything that affect a decision for the final outcome no and then watch actually but not tension what a track in Australia and a stadium on Stade de France no
another issue I'll say is Stade de France no almost 75,000 people, and they are making a lot of noise. Joe Paul was saying, crowd to say one thing. There is now a free zone. Nobody and say incoming runner or catch up with him. I just saw scream stick and baton or loud. Say then that way not standing in the arms and I baton. But Joe Paul was also saying the noise was so loud. Say, guy, can't say on just take no one he couldn't hear it the first time because the stadium was very, 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 very loud because the French team was also in the same heat with Ghana. In the crowd, the noise, in fact, I was in the level of noise in Assam Kitwakra, it was so loud. I can't say he couldn't hear it. Part of the issue was that he couldn't hear the sound, the call to get the stick quickly, and so that also led him to be part of the reason why he may have gone out of the exchange zone. What man say? So there are a lot of, the bottom line is there are a lot of multiple factors, that led to us being disqualified. So it wasn't one thing per se, but the bottom line to it is that they weren't able to execute the race with the baton changes exactly as they were taught or how they were prepared, how they have trained to do it. And when you do that, then you have all these kinds of problems. So it's just a typical situation, where that happens.
Okay. I'm sorry to say. My idea, because to be in this position is easy. Olympics game, a big stage. I say we can't find us, and easy.
Easy. It's a very big stage. Lots and lots of pressure, it's a lot of pressure. Considering all things, they did the best they could, and it's rather unfortunate because this was a good chance for Ghana.
Yeah. So that's it here. Now, also, Nigeria for so you disqualify or more. Any whistle low bedroom come all the way from Paris. And Nigeria for so you disqualify or more. You disqualify Ghana and Jamaica, and you hear this break 3 teams here. My disqualify when we I ask some more because not big.
I have some, but it's very unusual, but All the big teams, yeah.
It is finance with that Jamaica as a USA ever find it easier and I said well
no, hey, South Africa beat me for USA because they are running very, very well this year. One more finals, no. South Africa now the second fastest time. Now USA one more top athlete no and then no allows now winning 100 meters no. Yes, when you have COVID, into Omer in every race, no, into Omer replace no. So that doesn't get into because that no, it doesn't guarantee the your friends saying the US team say automatic no. Omenya medal. And the other thing say, me echo see my Ghana no. But don't change that problem now. I could see my Ghana no. Americans almost have problem no pa into finance almost one executing the papa no mistake. And yeah, almost so messy up. Ghana's DAB, and I'm losing medal. It really in the it comes to who get the baton around the smoothest and the quickest, and not necessarily who is the individual fast guys. So that's my say.
Yes.
It says the second best team right now in the world in this Olympic game is South Africa. South Africa, they are very, 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 very good. Only a good. In fact. If they don't get a medal, I'll be surprised because when we execute race now, South Africa crown many medal. I mean, right now USA is the top team to win the gold medal, but nothing is guaranteed.
So can South Africa for no a year execution year dia on budget gold no or executive plan year dia can be asked no with me
yes, so much go madam. I surprising me crowd. Because we 2 times, almost 2 preliminaries, almost to the second fastest time overall for all the teams. In the year cup finals, USA number 1 time in South Africa, with any number 2 time. If everything goes according to plan, worst case scenario, South Africa, they should be able to get the silver medal. Or bronze medal, who knows?
Okay,
very good. But again, like you said, but again, you have to run the race and you have to get the baton. Into a race to go. USA wants to win a baton now. Now, South Africa can be a gold medalist. Don't be surprised,
right?
It boils down to baton changing. And I see my Ghana, any of my disqualification, if it means see another country in our finals, because really.
Yes, I'm saying a man also Shakari Richardson. Shakari Richardson and Yabre said, "Come over Jama USA for because we may say 100 meters no." At the Julian Alfred,
yes. We say 100 meters now. Almost when no say I don't know where we 100 na Julian Alfred. I was surprised one. It is a say no Shakari Richardson only gold medal. Na me didn't say the near prepare up about the chance for back penny. This is only chance, final chance. Over me, any gold medal. But yes, American manager want me execute on me winning. But again, the whole thing boils down to the baton changing and the execution and staying in your zone when you get the baton. All the stuff until you can be in the best team. Sakari must almost show me here because Oman show me here now. Omuko Tumrika now. Oman Tianji baton within the exchange zone now. Even Omo winning cry, ever disqualify Omo. And it boils down to that when it comes to these competitions.
Wisdom law, una Paris or study France or Hediako. I don't know buying a year from now no next championship no Ghana athletes no Ebomoding award medium.
Bottom line is say they are not invested in athletics, and that's the end of the story. Ghana team are our own, where we are better athletes than Jamaica. Trust me on this. We have better athletes than Jamaica, but as a country, Ghana, we are not invested in our athletics program. We just are not. In other countries, so we are more athletes. In fact, Ghana is almost more than power because considering government does almost absolutely nothing for this athlete. Meanwhile, other countries, government to athletes no support money training, whatever they need. And with all that said, no, Ghana is still doing very, very well compared to some of these countries. So imagine if Ghana decides as a country, say, they want to invest in athletics. Jamaica for say, sport now any athletics. So invested in athletics in Jamaica at all levels. Companies invested, banks supporting athletes, food, grocery stores, they're helping the athletes. With that said, Ghana would win and win and win and win and win because we have the athletes, but they don't have the support. And that's the problem we have right now in Ghana. We don't have the support. Then I got my then I got my nothing. But games I'll be seeing in gold medal and brain. Okay, fine. I'm going to go medal and brain. Their investment, nothing. They barely do anything for the children. And it's a big problem. Yeah, can't. But it falls on deaf ears. But time number see, now I call him, and I'm going to say, Mungoji Madam Brain. How are you going to go get a medal?
This time round, I buy promotion, say, moving to go there. Now, buy or mama say, moving to go there.
I didn't remember what they promised them this time. It's something. Now, in a year, Cassie, whatever you promise them, say, Mukoji go buy the Bamamuno. Mumfas ask using number for prepare Emma games, because it will serve them better. Because if you don't help them, in the time it is Africa Games here. Or Ghana. No, I'm going to last minute say, okay, who will need gold? You have about $3,000 US. So $3,000 US. What the man got? I don't cry no more. Preparation. Every brown will say, I feel more good competition. I feel I was more good medal in Bremo. You're not going to do it because these days athletes are so. Athletics assistant power. It's not like those olden days. And every country has changed. Every country has changed because if you want to win medals, you have to invest in it. They're taking care of the athletes, making sure they are well taken care of, getting them the right competitions, supporting them, supporting the federations. So what I say, Ghana athletes say they barely get any money from the government to help them. And they need money to prepare for competitions, money to do more competitions to prepare the athletes, money to make sure the athletes are well traveled, in the sense they have to travel around the world and do some preparatory competition and all that, But Ghana athletes, they don't get these kind of things. And they don't have any sponsorship. That's another problem. The Ghana athletes, they don't have sponsorship. So where are the banks of Ghana? If you go to countries like Nigeria, and they will say banks, I don't know how they do it, but banks support athletes to say now we what set world record in Nigeria. Tobiya Musa, she's supported by a bank in Nigeria. So some of the banks can come in, some of the companies can come in, and now this is happening. Zero. We don't even have any outside sponsorship for a Ghanaian athlete in the whole country. Now the Olympics are this year. How are they going to do it? Like I said, with all that said, just even getting these boys to almost make finals, semi-finals in the Olympic Games, it's amazing. Imagine if Ghana doesn't help the Black Stars with anything at all. Then when it's time for football, imagine they went to semi-finals for World Cup. Wouldn't that be something? And this is where we are. This Olympic Games, it's a athletics World Cup. And then imagine say a whole country, nothing at all. Without all the help, Oma go through almost semi-finals. You see my point? And in Ghana, Olympics at least back 6. In terms of athletics, 6. Why? Because most of them they weren't supported enough to qualify for the Olympics. You see my point? So government needs to get involved and play a role if they are serious about more medals for the country, and more participation by our athletes. But otherwise, it's a waste of everybody's time. We are going to continue like this for years and years to come, unless they have a change of heart.
And today, what kind of say, I buy secure the man blasters, or even bear 10% to cry at the boy athletes, young, where best than this.
5%. 5%. Athletics, athletes, you don't need football money to do athletics at all. In fact, 5% of what Ghana government, the people of Ghana spend on football. If they spend 5% of that on athletics, Ghana will get 20 gold medals in the Olympics. Because athletes, they are there. We have them. Oh, it says they support them in the oh, they pray one more. They have to work and send a more school. Every more school, no more training. Every more age, one more training. Many countries, no, one more top athletes, no, government to support one more to train full time for the Olympics. Italy, if you go to Italy, if you go to Spain, if you go to Sweden, Switzerland, yes, they are top athletes, no. They pay them. What much money say every day? Most of them, you want to training, you want coach. Oh, Ghana athletes, no, most of them, every more go school, no more training on the side. Every more coach, Juma full time. You want Juma full time. Oh, how can you work full time? At the end of the day, what break? I feel like I go training. And how are you going to win a medal against the country? After almost support them, then they almost no more training, no matter. Stores, Malcolm say, no more providing free food, groceries, free food so they can get the right nutrition to help them. Now, other companies, hospitals, no, are providing free physio, massage therapists. This is what happens in other countries. So, this is what happens in other countries. That's why they are doing much better than us. You see, in Ghana, we don't have the American show. There's not even a single one athlete of Ghana that goes through this. When you say a boy is now almost too many cameras this year now, I'm call Olympics. I'm driving Uber during the daytime. I'm Uber, Ghana national athletes. I'm Uber and the whole day. Now I'm going training. Even with all that, no, they still made it to Olympic Games. This is the reality of the situation. This is the reality of the situation, Minia.
Yes, Uber, but now about 10 hours, 12 hours. Now, Uber, also Uber gym. I go to Americano. I'm the Ghana buying so to me. Ebomodi. Now, I'm saying, now, since I'm with Ghana buying him, now, on him situation, no, our athletes, no, how I'm facing, I buying him.
Well, I need to the National Sports Authority, the Ghana Athletics Association, woman, because they are responsible to communicate with the sports. So I can say, so between the Ministry of Sports, Ghana Athletics Association, the Ministry of Sports, and the National Sports Authority, these three factions, they should be the one coming together, putting something plan together, and then working with the government to secure the funding. That's how they're supposed to work. You see, they are supposed to do their job. That's their job. This is why we have people there in positions like that. The head of Ghana Athletics Association, the head of the NSA, the ministry, Minister of Sports. Boom. These are the kind of people as I say, no more sit up, no more hear this, no more come up with a plan, a real plan, training program. Say, look, Ghana, we are going to the next Olympic Games in 2028. This is how much money we need every year to prepare the athletes. And then through the government, if they are able to send a proposal that way, and then they have to work with the government to make sure, the funds are secured for the athletes to be able to do the job. Train and prepare. I mean, if we do that, this Olympics, we not even one gold medal. But I guarantee you, if we do it by 2028 Olympic Games, Ghana will get at least 10 gold medals because athletes do their whole very, very, very talented, very, very, very good.
I say okay, I say omoko see Botemai village the after games no facilities na ya grow. Nti say I buy and I say corporate Ghana no ombo school for no to America no na ko munsu facilities. Who say Ghana dey here within 2-5 years no na yes facilities in ya say because omo use yes next was
omo you see maintenance in African problem no. Fine, but the point is, how are we paying to maintain it and paying to make the best use of it? Making sure we have the right coaches to coach the athletes there to prepare them. They say, the facilities there, and let's give it to them. The government has done a very good job in building these facilities. I'm not building for this Africa Games. I mean, when they do it right, we have to say it. But the question is, how are we going to maintain these facilities they built and use them well to the benefit of the athletes and the coaches and the country? Well, that's the other problem.
I'm saying, yeah, election year as a two parties, Liniano, or more pre NDC MPP. And NDC for taking advantage, and I saw mobile assembly or catch next government to say, on money need and call athletes no Ujina athletes no more.
Well, bottom line is so that's another problem. When it comes to, at least in the US where we live now, when it comes to sports, there is no party politics because we are all Americans, we are all Ghanaians. But sports, no bar, you can win medal, and your MPP medal, and you win a gold medal. So my whole thing is, this is when it comes to sports, Ghanaians are one people. It doesn't matter what you support or which line of support you have in the country. We all, as a people, know we have to be one. If a true supporting sports now, all the parties involved, they have to come together. Because these athletes are training to represent Ghana, not represent one faction of this country or the other faction of the country. When people go and win medals, gold medal for Ghana, they win it for all Ghanaians. They don't win it for one party or the other party. So my point is, with elections coming, who knows how the elections are going to end up. But however it ends up, whoever is coming to charge, they need to create a really serious sports ministry where they are really within the sports ministry. They have a different department which is completely dedicated to athletics and sponsoring athletics in all kinds of forms. Because when we hear inside there, it will be so wonderful because then there'll be a lot of focus on, there'll be a lot of focus on the sport. Because right now, Ghana needs to, just the way we are so wrapped up with football all the time. We need a completely serious sports and especially track and field athletics related department. Serious where they wake up every day is all about promotion of athletics and supporting the athletes. Whoever the new government is coming to power, if they can do that and back it up with the money, that's another thing. They talk. Ghana, we talk too much. Action. Well, Ghanaians talk too much. Action. If they can come up and support it with the action and put the right people there, let me say, Ghana will win 10 gold medals in 2028.
That's a break. And then, Eric Castle, or Sinka, Bayanka, buy Emma diplomatic passports, and for my client, especially a Rose. I'm a Numa Yabua, yes, a young pushy, do send our car.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, because you have to understand something. When the Ghanaian athlete gets out of Ghana to go and represent Ghana, they are ambassadors of Ghana. They say Ghana's ambassador to France, Ghana's ambassador to
US.
US. Yes, Ghanaian athletes top at the Olympic Games. These are athletes who are here to represent the country. And so we need to start treating our very top athletes like Rosa Mwandima, Azameti, Paul and Kono. They're like ambassadors of Ghana. Because what do you think they're doing? They represent it. Talu, free Ivory Coast. We are diplomatic passports. So they all have it. And it makes it easy for them to travel because every time Rose is sold to coin to another country. Then, in fact, this year, in Quentin, no one can spend this embassy. And I got visa. I'm an athlete, and I done something, like back and forth and this and that. So I must say, and it's too much for the athletes. Athletes, we have to make their work so easy for them. Their job is to do nothing but train and sleep and get ready for these competitions. So to what Eric Kansa was saying, if we are able to also, yes, our top athletes, they need diplomatic passport so that when they have to go and travel to this country, they can easily just, with the plane ticket, they can get in the country quickly, do their competition and come back. Because a Ghanaian athlete with the Ghana passport there, to go anywhere we are seeing, Ghana passport, everywhere you go. So imagine, say Ghana passport, Rose for a competition, but say 6. Every country, after now, visa, they apply, they see train, they see China, and all this. No one's stressed to be inside. One visa last week, like Commonwealth Games for Manchester, Birmingham, 2022. Deborah Becker, your friend saying, she was back in America, no, she couldn't get a visa. Last minute, I said, Deborah visa, no. She arrived in Birmingham, like I think 5 or 6 hours before it was time for her competition. Now I'm stressy, now I'm break. And yes, it's not good. So our top athletes, so yes, what Eric Nkansa was saying was very true. We need to give them a passport, a diplomatic passport, so that they travel to competitions and things. No, it will be a lot easier for them. So I must say, ambassadors here, your ministers even more. But we took you go to diplomatic passport in and out. You're in. You go to your thing and you're out.
Mr. Wizolo, and then Botswana for a different from Ghana because so much magic 200 meters in the word 200 meters. Botswana then we are different from Ghana, yeah.
Because Botswana is invested in athletics. Okay? Botswana no almost treat athletics say Ghana for send a treat footballers. So what must say? Botswana I want your more research. I want to say as a country, no, or what is going to make their country great, no, is athletics. So the talent Jamaican for some more. So they've dedicated themselves as a country. In fact, USA, young athletes because Ghana, young be Piaman Koran, me in particular, almost 30 of them near the United States to go and train and prepare. Because Ghana, there's no competitions, they can't prepare, everything is a problem, everything is a hassle. But in Botswana, almost fine. Good coaching staff. So with that said, no, we now, we need Olympic gold medal. Until America, he's in Botswana. He trains in Botswana. Imagine a Ghana athlete training in Accra and going to win Olympic medal. Can you imagine? As I'm talking to you, not a single Ghana athlete at Eco Olympics training for Ghana. They all have to leave Ghana because there's no support, there's not enough competitions, the nutrition is bad, everything is terrible for the athlete. That is why all our athletes, every one of them, really team are working. Only our United States of America. Most of the time. So as I say, but Botswana, no, what my get to the point say, when we athletes, when we support athletes the way Ghana is supporting football. See, and so with that said, no, they are able to prepare better. They train well, and they now once someone in our competitions, and not prepare. So what we say about Botswana, they've done so well in these Olympics. Never hear one Botswana. Boys will be finals. Woman Yamadan Grandpa, who wants their progress no back because they are making it to the finals. And next time they'll be on the medal podium. And that's what Ghana needs. So that's the difference between Botswana and Ghana. They as a country have made a decision say, we are going to be invested in this athletics, we are going to pump the money into it, we are going to get the best facilities we can get, and we are going to get the best coaches we can get to prepare the athletes. Olympic gold medal. He doesn't train in America, he doesn't train in Europe, he trains at home in Botswana.
Very good. I want my more experience and information about my Ghana. Now, if you say like you can say Rose Juanka on Chia Ghana for on China, at least one China. Maybe just say at least maybe one China. Village, you. Okay, you. Yeah, that's the brain now. They would try to order ma a team for the Ghana for the and say or Olympics here. They are already try to one. I never said that Ben a movie Olympics game or was Ghana no you be the Olympics na be we and drag that Ben a movie or na more camp and I said and Colano and they
most of them are leaving on Sunday, I think. Yeah, most of them are leaving on Sunday. Rose Moody, Omoba Ghana, and Sonama go back to school. Omoba Ghana, and Omoba Monday. Omoba Monday. Say closing ceremony is not a Sunday. As I met Moody, I say more competitions or Europe. They are going back to. They are going to stay in Europe and do their competitions before they go back to the US. But whatever is left, they are all coming back home. That's where we are. So by Monday, everybody will be back to their base.
Yo, and that's the place when you can come all the way from France.
Yo, that's it.
Yeah.
Yo, thank you very much for supporting athletics. Why?
Okay, thank you.
Guys.
Thank you. That's it.
Yo, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, yeah, Mr. Wizolo, and I let you come on, Wisdom. Mr. Wizolo, oh yeah, athletes, I will tell me catch a pa, or US, and or bois, a year Ghana athletes, you know, or born me, pa, I would median so on, and I'm more training cano, say, or bois Ghana athletes, you know. Ewo biom wo bia no ono a na o say no betimi akoyi edi ama wo mo global sports today na mo training kan no we dey ye call Paris and ye ko hwe dey eko ene dey eba na wa chekere mu no this year Olympics no eko no na wisdom wizolo also on ye din komo wa chekere mu dey eko say boys ni betwi uber ansana omo akotu America ohia utri uba na ubeja koye training na ade ane yedin there's a ban hwe na obwa nkwala no global sports na yedid medi ABC say wakani nia but some I want to say American ya brand fenom Noah Lions no COVID a channel nti we jai America too no so on to be and then some abeto dwa or so on to be ndra na obeto dwa say we ya COVID that on other share ho sa wanka ntindra no na obeto dwa say so it me edi third 200 meters in the say on to me train can be magazine we jai kra wada ni teammate ni asia bia aso elkonka share so say USA so me man film so basketball no ndra no mutumi ya wade abra na Serbia for no etwa America 17 na America the film cry 17 points and so mutumi Steve Curry and Brant and LeBron James no everybody Emma omo betwa omo 95 and omo so enya 91 boy pa ma USA ekopim of finance and France USA and France and everybody me ma fam no sa so and ma fam so basketball for so qualify omo elko semi-finals na ne maso so akọ enkan ewo dwumadie no sa na Olympics and seminum tre afa ye hwe USA so ya me man fe so omo qualify a ombetu 4x100 no relay no finals no ombetu 4x100 relay no na de kan say Noah Lions no entimi to nti ayeden na wizolo kan say South Africa for no betumi ahadwen ye e media no mo sa so na Shakari Richardson USA by way dem say media no hype ne pa say kwambia so no eso go to me good adima USA 100 meters no ntimi anje enti dia aka ne say 4x100 no na obekọ enti na de order be die ordinalize ni abeto so order be die because say ojomu de dia eso yiro ho enti inye is a cry a 100 4x100 relay no ebeko so and then they say 7 city media break so football ebeko so na ade and no sensema so ewo media no so abantia ye fa no Kevin De Blind that to say competition e ko dey say anu ye de papa competition no and ya grow and then they say also or the abe tudwa yes wisdom with low or USA I can say or boy pa no and I do out at least ebe PM or USA or nya scholarship or the training ka or Jumedian so and it and some Jumedian so so global sports today and I Jumedian wisdom low and Americano I say any train come on or boy at least near papa and my name so I call and kind Jumedian so global sports today and media boy comedy Olu Baba Salon and beauty shop omo and omo so yasen ye dey side media Edinburgh wo media so yes nti ukọ Olu a the all kind say wakofa ne obebre ewo France summertime we wakofa ene obebre ewo France aba ne Euros na ade Europe no ukọ Italy ene mo ho just designs ne mo nkwa and wakofa efi abrochire e dey aba Worcester ukọ na so ya and make me akoye e de amomo and so ya saying and I did media e de bro saso and not to chrome African American restaurants also and so e boy ye papa say ban say baby a pay duane akodi e Africa Ghana restaurant e USA there and no asebeko anoto krum aso ye na okope bi edi omoso e boy and na ye de sa dwumedie ye de bre ebusuafo global sports today and na ye de sa dwumedie e de bre wo sene ACT we e dwumedie e koso e wo Paris or France or and na ye hwe ya and ye de dwumedie no e de abro football ndra me ma fa no so she no so say bronze no koso Morocco etwa omoya from Egypt 6-0 mo twa mo 6-0 and no sama ekopie mu ewo ndra no sana esitie afi so in the finance be koso me ma fa no so me ma na afa no France for and Spain the ball finance no France and Spain the ball finance no ewo me ma fa mu na ne ma so akoso ewo dwumedie no so America for gigi no we good we akoyi papa said ya na weson canon yes American there see an the medal table no say making omagigi sa omo eda so edikan total gold na say omaginia na medals no 103 China for total 74 and half face so France 55 and inti enchebiano omo betutu medal dwumedie no be na so akonka USA Equita 30 gold and after silver 38 and a bronze 35 China Equita 30 gold money USA pretty good no pa na silver no mum and a China for 25 and a 19 so echo edema bronze no France for toso means Equita 14 gold 19 silver and after 22 bronze and echo and kind ewo dwumedie no enti no besi ha said ye can wisdom akaninia wizolo akan dwede ni ade ekoso camp wa omuhiamwa enti aban obeba Ghana no se MPP se NDC o ese mama ne bre na mo invest in athletics no ebobo ayi pa wo hwe de ekoso e Botswana Tebongo wetimi age record world champion 200 no on the ama from Botswana no obesi wo Botswana wa ade ase wo hwe ni records na obeso Botswana 21 years and na